Hello, Morim here. Today I want to show you how I farm my money and my items in this game. There's a lot of chests in the Cultist Refuge dungeon. You can find it right here. It is near a teleporter. You can sell your items and repair and do whatever you want here. And the entrance is very near. So we enter the dungeon. We have a very nice kill objective in this one. Enemies are located where the dots are. You open all chests because those contain a lot of rare items and magic items. You want to pick up as much of the loot as possible. There is also a lot of rare enemies, elite enemies. You don't necessarily need to kill every single monster because hordes will spawn. So you rush through this, but make sure to loot stuff. So you cannot be too fast, especially with this build. They have nerfed a lot of dungeons, so it is quite heartbreaking to see no elites in here. But it's still nice because of all the things you can loot and interact with. There is a lot of chests and weapon racks, provisions. There should also be a resplendent chest somewhere in this dungeon in the first section. It is also very important that you clear out the dungeon before you move to the last door, because sometimes when the horde spawns, the enemies can spawn inside the door and you cannot open the door yet because you need a key from this particular enemy. And after you get this key, you go to the inner sanctum door. You need to open this one. Then you open the levers, if there are levers, because you cannot teleport outside the dungeon yet. And then we can leave the dungeon. We need to do this in order to reset the dungeon and not teleport us somewhere to a not so pleasant location. So we log out, log back in, and go back into the dungeon. And we are at the entrance again and the dungeon is reset. So we can do this over and over again. There are a ton of crates in this dungeon. There are a ton of chests, a ton of weapon racks and resplendent chests in here. The first section can also spawn butchers, loot goblins and other events. I would highly recommend not interacting with any shrine because they have a chance to spawn an event. And this event spawns enemies and those enemies needs to be killed. So if you interact with one at the end, it slows down the whole dungeon and this I wouldn't recommend. So just go through this dungeon without interacting with shrines. After you pick up all the stuff, so that's basically one run, you have a chance of unique items, as you can see here. That was from my previous run. That's a particularly good roll with 270%. But you can also find a lot of ancestral items at high item powers. Look through those, sell everything except the uniques and except the legendary items. Those you salvage because you need those item materials. And you should make around probably 10 to 50 million per 15 minutes. It doesn't take long to clear this one. It is also highly dependent on the build you're currently playing. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure to leave a like, comment and sub for more build guides, tips and whatever I come up with. See you next time and bye.